Later tonight, I'll be talking to ladies figure skaters Michelle Kwan, Sasha Cohen, and Sarah Hughes, America's strongest Olympic team in many years. We'll get to that as soon as the ladies are available after the Russian Arina Slutskaya and a pair of precocious teenage compatriots, New Yorker Sarah Hughes and Californian Sasha Cohen, whom you may remember from Friday's opening ceremony. Sasha in the lucky seat, seat 21, alongside the leader of the free world, President Bush, who in a break from protocol was sitting among the U.S. delegation. In a truly 21st century Olympic moment, Sasha hands her cell phone to the Prez, and on the other end, it's Sasha's mom watching from a hotel in town.
Everybody whips out their cell phones.
He's talking to Sasha Cohen's mother.
That was Sasha's mom, trust us, Galina, yesterday at the airport here in Salt Lake City. Now, with several days before the ladies' competition, the Cohen camp has relocated to her training base in Lake Arrowhead, California. Sarah Hughes, meanwhile, has gone to Colorado. Michelle Kwan, though, has chosen to stay in town, and we're joined now by each member of the trio. Sasha, let's start with you. What did your mom say to the president? What did he say to her?
Well, he was, really great, and he asked her what her name was, where she's from, and, he wished me the best of luck, and he was really fun to be with.
I understand he also told your mom that you were behaving yourself. Was that true, or was he giving you the benefit of the doubt?
He said I was behaving well, and, he wished me the best of luck for when I competed, and it was a really amazing time for me.
I understand he also got your email address and said he would send you pictures from the opening ceremony. I know he's a busy guy, but has he sent them yet?
No, I think that was another athlete was going to send
really?
some pictures of us, but I'm really excited to get them.
Is it true that when he was leaving, you said, are you going to stick around to see some of the competition? And he said, no, young lady, I've got a war to take care of?
Yeah, I asked him if he was going to stay and watch the competition, and he said, no, I have to go off and fight a war, but he told me he'd be watching everything from the TV.
Now let's turn to Michelle Kwan. Silver in Nagano was a fine achievement, but in the minds of some a disappointment because they thought you had the best shot at gold. Now, coming up to the Salt Lake Games, things have changed. You get rid of your coach, Frank Carroll. In fact, you go without a coach, which is virtually unprecedented in figure skating. You marched in the opening ceremony, which you did not do in Nagano, and you're spending at least part of your time in the athletes' village, and you didn't spend any time at all there in Nagano. Was all this coincidental, or are you trying to just change the whole mix coming into these games?
Well, it was a different idea for me because it is the second time around. In Nagano, at the time in '98, I had a stress fracture in my left foot, so I thought it was smarter for me to stay home, get some therapy, and go to Nagano a little later. But now I have the chance. Salt Lake is a beautiful place, and I was planning on going to the opening ceremonies and then flying right back home to train in Lake Arrowhead, but I've opted to stay here because the facilities are great, the people have been wonderful, so I'm having a great time here.
Without your longtime coach, Frank Carroll, who do you rely on now for technical advice and also for the kind of emotional support that coaches in figure skating often provide?
Well, my dad's near the ice, and he's my second pair of eyes, and he's there to support me. And he says he's a cheerleader, and I always ask him, where's your pom-poms, Dad? I want you to be doing jumping jacks or doing something. So he's there to support me 100%.
Sarah Hughes, after you finished third at the Nationals last month, you decided to change the last 90 seconds of your long program, and you added a triple-triple combination. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, I can do 2 triple-triples, and my 1 triple-triple that I've been doing all season has been really strong. So my coach and I talked about it, and it's something that I really wanted to do in my program, and it's been going really well in practice, so I'm happy about that. And the last 90 seconds of my program I really love, and it's a great change, and I think the audience and judges will really like it also.
At 16, Sarah, you're the youngest American woman on the team. On the other hand, Tara Lipinski was only 15 when she won gold in Nagano. But given the strength of this field, how do you rate your own medal chances?
You know, I feel really well prepared. I've been practicing well, and I can't wait to get on Olympic ice.
Sasha, let's go back to you. You've abandoned, apparently, at least in the planning stage, abandoned the thought of trying to nail a quad in competition at these Olympics. But let's suppose everybody skates clean, and the way you look at it, you really need something spectacular last go-around. Would you try to land a quad in Olympic competition?
At this point, my coach and I have decided to try to do 2 clean programs with the triple Lutz, triple toe. And we're by no means, letting go of the quad, and it's something that we want to work on and get really consistent before we put in the program.
It would be, if completed, the most difficult jump ever successfully completed in ladies figure skating. How realistic is it to expect that you can do it sometime in the near future?
I think it's very realistic, and it's something that I've trained very hard on and has been really rewarding for me. And I think that sometime, this year, it should be out there.
In practice here and at last month's Nationals, you came close to bumping Michelle Kwan. What are you trying to say to her? What notion are you trying to convey to her?
Well, when on the practices and warm-ups, it's all really hectic, and we're all focusing on ourselves. And, there's always close calls, and we're just all trying to get in our stuff. So sometimes, unfortunately, we get really close, but, we're always working on our own thing.
No intentional message there?
No, definitely not. I'm always just focused on myself and trying to prepare myself to do the best I can in competition.
Michelle, have you and Sasha had any words about this? What's your impression of the near misses, as Sasha calls it?
Well, I think in the 6-minute warm-up that we have at Nationals, it's pretty intense. And like I said, it's like you can cut the tension with a blade, with a knife, and it gets really, really rough out there. And you just, of course it's an accident, and it's not a big deal.
Michelle, everyone just about views this as your competition to win, and that's a lot of heavy expectations to put on you, a lot of pressure. You're the senior member of this group, but you're still only 21. Do you feel that if you simply skate clean, don't make any mistakes, don't have to really extend yourself, but just nail it pretty much without going beyond anything you've done so far, that'll be good enough?
Who knows? I mean, take Nagano for an example. I didn't make a mistake. I did 2 clean performances, and yet I still ended up second. So what you can do right now is just try your best, skate as well as you can, and it's out of your hands after that. It's up to the judges.
Let me close by asking each of you, we'll begin with Michelle, what do you think the chances are for a U.S. medal sweep in whatever order?
Well, all 3 of us are very strong skaters. Who knows what can happen, and for America, I think it'll be great if we all sweep.
Sarah?
I think we actually have one of the strongest teams in a long time, and there's a lot of competition out there, but I think it would be a great positive thing for our country if we were able to sweep.
Sasha, last word belongs to you.
I think we have an amazing team, one of the strongest for a long time, and I think that if we all skate well, we have a great chance of doing so.
Michelle, Sarah, Sasha, thanks to all of you, and we look forward to seeing the 3 of you in competition beginning next Tuesday. We're back with more as we wrap things up from Salt Lake City. Thanks to all of you once again, and we'll be back right after this.